A real warm welcome, a real warm PHA welcome to you, the audience is live as well as online on our birthday. Happy birthday to Wellbeing Wednesday. And we're all in celebratory mood. So thank you so much for joining us both today and throughout the year, and all your support, whether you've watched us online, all those wonderful people that have managed to watch us live, and for passing on the messages to be spreading the word of all the gems that have been shared in Wellbeing Wednesday. So thank you to everyone, and of course, especially to all the contributors, some of which are here today, which is very exciting. So in celebratory mood, we're going to start with the wonderful Robyn. Good morning, Robyn.
Morning everybody. Happy birthday to us all.
And thank you, Robyn, for introducing us to Qigong and getting us moving in the morning. You're amazing. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you to everyone else as well. Right, so let's just find our feet. So feet about shoulder width apart, just so you feel stable on the ground. Just to remind everybody, you can do these movements seated as well. So they're adaptable. If there's any of the movements that don't feel comfortable, if there's any reasons for that, injuries, medical reasons, then just listen to your own body and don't push it. Less is more in these practices. Okay, so let's just arrive into ourselves. Feeling your feet on the ground. Feeling your toes, from your big toe right through to your little toes. And then just tracing round from the little toes round the outside edges of the feet to the heels. And having a sense of sinking into the heels as well. Just pressing down. Imagine that you're sinking into that beautiful earth, connecting deeply. And then from the heels, going through the inside edges of the feet, back up to the big toes. Feel that connection. And then place your awareness just underneath the balls of the feet, the bubbling spring. And just imagine a lovely, happy, bubbling spring coming up from the earth. And allowing that to be absorbed into the body, through the legs, through the channels, hydrating and nourishing the body, replenishing energy that might have been lost over the week, filling your own cup up, filling up your reservoir. And as you travel up through the body, just putting your attention into your lower back, your sacrum area, the tailbone, and just get a sense of sinking there as well, sinking the tailbone down, softening into the hips, and then from there, going up through the spine, and just imagine that you're being pulled up gently from the crown, elongating, opening through each vertebrae, nice and gently. And then just softening the shoulders as much as they can do right now. Down through the arms to the fingertips. And then just bring your awareness to the crown of the head. Get a sense of opening up to that beautiful sky above. The sun, the moon, and the stars. And just remember that we are a conduit of energy. We can plug ourselves in at any time, feel connected, connecting to ourselves, connecting to everything. And then just bring your awareness down from the sky, down through the scalp, softening the face, softening the facial muscles. Down the left side of the body, the right side, the front and the back. Down through the legs and just softening the knees as you travel down there. Going right back down to the feet where we started. And then just getting a sense of sending your energetic roots down into the earth so you feel stable, grounded, supported, sense of safety and balanced. And then just bring your awareness back into your body. Feel the claws on your skin. Become aware of sound inside the room. Smell and taste. Just be fully here, fully present. Right. Let's rub our hands together now. Let's activate some chi. So that exercise can just take as little as 30 seconds just to reconnect, plug ourselves in, just have a pause at any time throughout the day. Let's just rub on the back of the hands in between the fingers, getting that energy moving around and through the fingers on each side of the hands. And then let's just make a little beat with our fingers and just place them underneath the collarbones. And we're going to do some circles forwards first. Just, you can bring them up as high as you can or as low as your body will allow you to. You don't need to do it too much. Just listen to your body, listen to your shoulders, your arms. And just open in between the shoulder blades at the back. If you want to have a bit more of a stretch, you can just bring the head down and then back up. Just do what feels comfortable, releasing tension between the shoulder blades at the back. And then remembering to breathe. So breathing in as you come up, breathe out as you go down. And then we're going to go the opposite way now, opening across the chest, the upper thoracic part of the body, because it can get quite tight down there, can hold a lot of tension. So the more that we can open and expand and create some space there, the better. Good for the heart as well, good for the lungs. Give them some space. Breathing in and breathing out. Just getting that range of movement through the shoulders, just loosening them up. And then just pat that out a little bit, just in case any tension built up while you were doing that, because it can happen. Opposite side. Let's have a little shake, little bounce, little shake, just releasing any tension. Again, through the joints, through the body. Just breathing in through the nose and the cleansing breath. The heart sound. And again, breathing in and out. Tiny little bounces. And if it's safe for you to do so, you can just lift the heels a little bit. Just to create more pumping action through the body, getting the blood fluids, the chi flowing, connecting to the ground, good for grounding as well. And then let's shake up through the body. Let's get that energy going up through the channels, above the head, around the head. Let's clear that space in that energy field there, the way chi. The dog's joining in. He's saying, happy birthday, everybody. Let's clear the space around us as well, clearing up, clearing the clutter, because we can pick up energy where we go by what we hear, what we read, what we eat, the drinks, just clearing that energy. It's all energy, so it needs clearing. And then shake out through the feet, like you're shaking water off. And then let's just wake up through the wrists a little bit more. Just nice and flowing, rotating through the wrists. And then the opposite way. And then you can hold on for the next one if you like to, or you can practice your balance. So putting the weight on one leg and just rotating through the ankle. Just opening up through the ankle joint there, and the opposite way. Just make sure you've got a chair there in case you do lose your balance, which it can do quite easily. And then just flex and point. Just feeling that stretch through the leg. And then shake it out again. Plant that foot down, putting the weight in that leg before you lift the opposite leg. And let's do the ankle there. Just gently waking up through the joints. A good idea to do this every day if you remember. That's the hardest bit, remembering. Going one way and then the other. Flex and point, feeling that stretch. You can spend longer on this as well, just depending how much time you've got. And then plant that foot down, reconnect to the earth again. And just checking how you're feeling. Let's take a big, deep breath in together, raising the arms up as we do so. Let's have a stretch up to the sky, breathing in, and then just breathing out and pushing one hand up to the sky on one side. Breathe in on the other side, have a deep stretch on that side of the body. Breathe out on the other side, and just feeling that space between the ribs. Feel the space between the vertebrae at the back, down the front of the body, just opening up nice and gently. We're not stretching to 100%, we're still keeping that bend in the elbow. Just breathe in on one side, breathe out on the other, and then breathe in, pushing up to the sky, and imagine you're connecting to that beautiful sky above. And then breathe out and imagine a beautiful rainbow of colours cascading around the body, underneath the feet, into the earth. Let's rub the hands together again. We're going to do a little exercise honouring the 8-8 Lion's Gate energy. And it's also crossing over the energy as well, like a cross crawl that June has made very famous for us all. And then let's just do a little chi perception first of all. So imagine that you're holding a ball, but what can you feel? And don't worry if you can't feel anything. There's still a lot going on there. You might be able to feel it. And the more that you practice these exercises, the more you'll start to feel your own energy, your magnetic energy. And then we're going to breathe in and expand that ball. Breathe out, just condensing. Just go to your own pace of breath. Breathing in and out of the nose, first of all, just to build up that chi, get the oxygen pumping around the body. Breathing in, expand, breathing out. And this ball's getting bigger and brighter. And then we're going to start to move it across the body. So we're going to go to one side and do a little waist twist. Let that hand come up on top of the other, and then it's like you're pushing down. So we're doing these figures of 8. We're meeting in the middle as you push down. I'll just turn around and we know the left and right. So as you go to the left, you do a little waist twist, just as far as it's comfortable. That left hand comes up, no higher than the shoulder. Then we push that left hand towards the right hand comes up, and then we push that right hand towards the left hand comes up. And as you push down, we're releasing the old chi, the old energy, we're gathering the new energy, and then we're connecting again. So feeling that connection between the palms of the hands, but we're letting go. So this is quite significant as well for the energy that we're experiencing at the moment. A lot of people have got things coming up from the past. So imagine that we're letting it go with gentleness, kindness as we push away. And you can even look behind just to make sure that we're letting go of that energy, stagnant energy that needs or can be released easily. We're not going deep here. And then we're gathering the new energy, bringing that in. So you've got this constant source of energy leaving, new energy coming in. And we've got that infinity symbol as well. The figure of 8. And what this does as well, it helps the digestive system to work more effectively. So it can be good for IBS, acid reflux, things like that. That's why we don't come up too high. We're pushing down, so you've got that descending quality of the chi, and we're coming up to gather the new chi, and this helps to digest your food, digest energy, anything that you're ingesting into the body, and we're just helping it along to be digested and then eliminated as appropriate. So remember the breath as well. With this one, we breathe in as we go to the left, we breathe out as we go to the right. But let's have a little sway. You can have a little walk with this one. Just stepping forwards, nice and gently, stepping back, if that's comfortable for you, if your balance is okay. And it's called swaying in the breeze. So turning, we've got that twist and turn, which is, it activates the liver, the spleen, the stomach, and the kidneys as well, with a little twist, strengthening the kidneys. And it's really therapeutic as well. We can walk around the house, we can walk around the park if you want to. They actually use this in for therapeutic reasons for people with chronic conditions. But it's nice just to go with the flow, and that's what this is about as well. That's one of the principles. As much as we can, going with the flow of nature. Not always easy. Remembering to breathe, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And then let's just go from side to side again, just swaying. And this helps to activate the parasympathetic nervous system as well, with the rocking motions, the swaying, and just moving that energy through. And the more that we can open the body, the more that we're able to turn to the side, the better. But that can be a gradual process. So a bit better if we warm up a bit more before we do this, but this is okay. It's quite gentle and safe. And let's just bring it down a little bit. Bring it closer and closer, slowing down. And then come back to your ball of energy. And then imagine it just shining through the body, smiling, happy, birthday energy. Happy that we're all taking care of ourselves and each other. And then release down into the ground, fingers pointing down into the earth, sending them roots down again. Bring your feet together. Let's do one last movement, gathering up that earthly energy, the yin energy, connecting to that beautiful yang bright energy above, gathering it, breathing out, centering, aligning, and coming into your heart center. and just feeling grateful for something, whether it's a cup of tea, anything, a beautiful flower, your health, your family, your friends. And I'd just like to say I'm grateful to everybody here, everybody in the last 12 months, everybody taking part, people watching. And I just want to wish you a wonderful Wednesday and give yourselves a bow. Lovely to see everybody. And a clap. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Robyn, and also for all these wonderful moves that you've given us that have been just so useful. I use them through the week. I sometimes go onto the video and watch again, and even just the swaying, and it's made a significant difference. So thank you for today and for always. Now we have a special guest. Happy celebratory Wellbeing Wednesday, and it's an absolute pleasure to welcome back Karen Oliver, who's going to share some of her special magic with us. Thank you, Karen. It's so lovely to see you, and over to you.
Thank you, and happy birthday, Wellbeing Wednesday. It's lovely to pop in today, and thank you, Robyn. I don't know if you noticed I was yawning all over the place, so the energy's definitely moving. Thank you. So yeah, I just popped in for a quick session really, and just to pass on some celebratory things. So what I thought about while I was doing those exercises, because this is definitely winging it, was about how we perceive time, because it's impossible to celebrate if you're not in the now. Absolutely impossible. If you're thinking of your lists and what you've got next week and at the end of the day and this and that and all the things that you have to do, it's not easy to celebrate. So what I'd like you just to think about for the moment is imagine your timeline. Okay, so if you had a timeline and literally it's a line, now everyone's will be different. Imagine where your timeline is. Now for me, it runs here. So that's my past. If I think about it, I'll go, oh yeah, back there. And that's my future. Okay, so this is my timeline. Yours might be there, wherever it is, it's fine. Just imagine it. And what I want you to think about is, where is your now? Does your now run through you, or is it in front of you? Now, notoriously, mine tends to be in front of me because I'm always looking at lists. So I'm somebody who's through time rather than in time. Now, through time is very useful if you're planning, but actually, like I say, to celebrate, you need to be in time. So we're all going to imagine, if your now is here, we're going to imagine moving it so that it runs right through the core of you. If it runs through the core of you, happy days, you're in the now. But if it's not, I want you to imagine moving that timeline so that the core of it is running right through the middle of you. So you are absolutely in the now, in this moment, right now, in this room. Okay. And to know that, just recognize there is only now. That's it. We've only got now. Begin to feel your feet on the floor. Feel your legs on your seat. Feel your breath. You're completely in the now. Feel that breath. And fill your lungs up. Really feel like you're breathing. So many times we don't notice our breath, and just fill your lungs up with beautiful oxygen. Just be aware, completely aware of your body. You are completely in your body right now. And I think anything that is celebratory comes from the heart, as Robyn said. So heart-led. Breathe into your heart. And as you breathe into your heart, imagine that heart energy expanding. Imagine that beautiful light of your heart expanding out. Now you can imagine whatever color you like. I imagine pink and gold, like pink with tinges of gold. And with each in-breath, it expands that heart. You're living through your heart. And when you live through your heart, living through love, gratefulness, and completely in the now, that you're just dealing with what's happening now. And right now, we're all safe, we're all comfortable, we're all feeling pretty good. Just noticing how you feel in your body. Just complete awareness of being in this moment, and how grateful you are that in this moment you are safe and well. and feeling good about yourself. And the more you breathe in, the more you're accelerating that feeling, because you're putting so much oxygen in your body that any fight flight is gone. Yeah, because you're signaling biologically to your whole system that it's safe to rest now. It's safe to rest. I don't need to think about anything, about just being in the now right this moment. And just enjoying that feeling. And just noticing that you can say to yourself, I am grateful for me. I'm grateful for the person I am right now. I am so lucky to be me. Sending love, that heartfelt love to yourself. Imagine sending unconditional love to every cell of your body, like a white light just beaming down through every cell, and every cell of your being is receiving that message that I am completely lovable. Just enjoying that feeling as every cell of your being is picking up. There's like a little receiver on every cell that's picking up that message. I am well, I am lovable, I am completely acceptable just as I am. I am a human being, not a human doing. I'm just being right now, and that's enough. I am always enough, just as I am. Just enjoying that feeling. Okay. And when you're ready, and if you're ready to come back to the room, do. Or you can stay there if you like. Okay, so to finish off this feeling of feeling well and in yourself, I want you to high five yourself. Okay, high five, because when you high five, what happens? We release dopamine. I would advise everyone to do that in the mirror every day. High five yourself, because one thing, it will make you smile, it will make you laugh, you feel good. So do it every day. There's something about putting your arms above. You'll notice if you see any sort of social thing like events, what do? They go, yay. So let's high five ourselves. High five Wellbeing Wednesday. Celebrate. Okay, that's my piece for today. And happy birthday, everyone. It's been lovely seeing everyone. And I have to go, so I'm going to pass back to Maureen. Take care, everyone.
Thank you, Karen. That was beautiful. And thank you through the year for all that you've contributed, all the tapping you've got us tapping and releasing and making a very significant difference. So thank you. And thank you for being with us here.
Oh, thank you. It's been lovely. Been lovely seeing you all, and I will be back.
Yes.
Take
I
care,
miss your
everyone.
words of wisdom.
Oh, bless
And
you.
your
I
beautiful,
miss you
gentle
all.
way is beautiful.
Thank you. You take care, everyone. Have a lovely Wednesday. Bye.
Bye, Karen. And now
Bye.
over to the amazing June, who has contributed so much, influenced so much in so many ways, and it's rippled out. So I've been passing the June message on to young and old, and it's made a serious contribution to their well-being. So thank you, June, and over to you.
Well, I'm thrilled to think that, I do feel like that about what we do and what we say. We never know where it's going to end up, do we? And that's so exciting. We don't need to know. We don't need to hear back. Sometimes I hear back from people years later, and they say, I remember when you told me about something, one of the things. How do you, like, that was 20 years ago and they're still doing it. I'm just like so thrilled. So yeah, I just, while we were thinking about what to do, because we do wing it sometimes, and especially today because I slept in, I remembered I was investigating hydrogen peroxide, wasn't I, a couple of weeks ago, and I ordered some from an online shop because nobody in York is selling it. Now, this in itself makes me ask questions, because it used to be something, well, where I grew up in Canada, it was in all the little drugstores and, supermarkets would sell it, little bottles of hydrogen peroxide for home cleaning. My dad used to put it in his ears to get rid of wax. I mean, I think he was a bit mad, but it was very low dilution, and it just fizzed out his wax. He thought that was better than poking it with Q-tips. And actually, yeah, he was probably right. I was looking at it because Dr. Berg said about tooth whitening, because as I'm getting older, I've noticed my teeth are a bit yellow. So, and by the way, bicarbonate of soda diluted in lots of water and a little swish after you brush your teeth, that also helps. But I just thought I'd follow this thread and investigate. So I ordered some and it's 12%, not the sort of amount that you can put in your mouth. You want 3%. So then what they said was you have to, because it comes with this magnificent instruction booklet, Bob's Shop or whatever it is, not on Amazon. So you have to dilute it to 3%, but you can only dilute it with distilled water in a glass container. Very important. So I went looking for distilled water. Guess what? Nobody sells distilled water anymore. What the hell? So I finally, yesterday, got into my favorite hardware store and I said, surely they're going to have it. And no, they have deionized water. So that's a whole other thing that you might want to investigate, the comparison between distilled water and deionized, because I still don't fully understand it. Deionized is filtered and then put through some kind of other filter thing, resin, which sounds like plastic, which I don't appreciate. But it's clearing out lots of impurities. That's the point. You want water that's as pure as possible. Distilled water is boiled and evaporated, and then that is condensed again into actual water. However, impurities can still exist there too. So by and large, they're both very much the same thing. Distilled water has been around thousands of years, and deionized water with fancy equipment is only about the last 100 years. So, you know, the guy in the shop was very helpful, as they always are. And he looked it up, and then I looked it up when I got back. So just wanted to add a little bit more to that, the ongoing saga. I think in my kind of questioning everything way, there is some kind of reason for this. He said he thought that the distilled water was being used in hospitals. And he said, for cleaning. And I said, why would they use distilled water for cleaning? I thought they used nasty chemicals. But it's for cleaning instruments, surgical instruments. So I found that out. But being as how it's so easy to make and it's very cheap, why is it in short supply? And then I realized, of course, that there's a protocol for using in cancer treatment that some companies may not appreciate people doing this for themselves, and they're trying to protect people from doing something dangerous, which of course, if you swallowed hydrogen peroxide, would be dangerous. You're not supposed to swallow it. I'm not recommending swallowing it. I'm recommending rinsing your mouth with it, highly diluted. So yeah, the hunt goes on. The hunt goes on. So in terms of celebrating, I just wanted to bring in something from Chinese medicine as well, that there's this story that people say about a sage meeting his student one time in a big city, and his student was all, I gotta go, I can't stay long to talk because I got a new job and I'm already excited. And the sage was going, wait a minute, I've just heard some news that your parents are not very well in your village. You must go home immediately. Oof. He came down. And then he went home and came back and he said to the sage, nothing was wrong. Why did you say that to me? He said, because I could see you were in danger of damaging your heart from too much excitement. And I needed to bring you down to earth quickly. Now, there are other ways of doing this than shocking people, because that's not entirely good for your heart either, but it's a very good story. You know, there's all these like stories in Chinese medicine about stuff you have no idea where they started from, thousands of years old. But yeah, staying a bit grounded. We've talked about being grounded. I thought today we might reminisce of some of our previous things, and I do remember us talking quite a lot over the last year about grounding. So yeah, if you're celebrating, make sure you keep grounded and doing qigong, and remembering Nikita's phrase, which fits with what Robyn said also. I am safe, I am well, I am loved. That's one of Nikita, when push comes to shove's favorite slogans, and I do love it. So yes, be well, be safe, be loved by yourself more than anything else. And I think that's probably enough from me.
It's never enough from you, June. And thank you so much. I love the tidbits of information that you give us, and we can go and research and learn even more. And I'm so grateful. Over the year, I have learned so much. Even the grounding from you all, even the grounding, you know, was it last week? I just went and lay on a lawn in the rain. It was,
wow.
Yeah, it was that I needed that wise man to say, go home. And give me that distraction. Instead, I went and lay on the lawn in the rain. It was warm, and it really did the job. So I would never have imagined doing anything as interesting as that before. So thank you so much, June, for all you've contributed. For the people that I know personally, that you are the brushing lady. So thank you for being the brushing lady. And I'm just going to say a few words. I'm just so excited to see everybody here today, because this is a beautiful team, and we couldn't do it without the team, and we couldn't do it without you, the audience, and of course with the People's Health Alliance. And we are so promoting health, well-being, and for everyone to be their best. And let's celebrate. So it's happy birthday. Let's have our own celebration of ourselves. So all I want you to do right now is I just want you to ideally think about 5 things why you can celebrate you right here, right now. All challenges of life and all of that, put that in a box somewhere. Find 5 reasons why you can celebrate you right now. And I don't know you personally, but I can say, because you're here, you've survived life. You've had what it takes to survive life and be here right now. You're able to think, you're able to care, you're able to contribute. You are valued. One of the beautiful things about the People's Health Alliance, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter where you are in the stages of life, PHA value you and know that you're important. So I want you just to connect with that right now and celebrate the importance of you, and just allow it. If there's any resistance to it, that's okay. Just park it just for now. Things are there for reasons, whether they need to be there or not, but just right now, just connect with you. And I want you to think about today. Okay, I want you to be finding even more reasons to celebrate you. Think about the challenging times that you got through. Think about the times where we could have behaved differently, had we known something new or something different, or had we been aware and we could have done things differently. Just allow ourselves a celebration that regardless, we got through that. And if we've taken on some learning, that's to celebrate as well. And that's a wonderful thing to celebrate, that we all, because nobody knows it all, we're all continuing to learn. And the more wisdom that we have, the more choices we have in life, the more we can understand situations, the more we can understand people. So just connect and be grateful and celebrate the fact that no matter what, we are all still learning. We've all got this capacity. Our memory is phenomenal. Now, my memory is not as, I'd like it to be photographic. All the wealth of Wellbeing Wednesday that has been shared, I'd love for it all to be in my mind, especially all the chemical words and all the terminologies. I'd love. But what I have, and I celebrate it, I have the access to the videos so that I can go back And if I'm trying to pass on the messages to other people, I want to get the words right. And so I will go back and I will learn so that I can pass on the message, as well as get them to watch the videos as well, because they're really good. So we can celebrate the fact that we've got access to technology. Let's celebrate everything. And whether we're having a good day, whether we're going through a tough time, or whether we're going through a beautiful breeze of a time, one thing that we have got control over is how we operate our mind, how we think and how we feel. Yes, other people will influence it, but we're in charge of it. So I want you to think about today, to make your day a celebratory day. What can you do more of to do that? It might be just as simple as to force a smile on. Now, we can all do this. The unconscious mind, the computer mind, does not know the difference between reality and fiction. And what we can do, we can force a smile, and we can smile both with our eyes and our mouth. So sometimes when we force a smile, it's just the mouth. But if we engage and make our eyes the way that they are when they're smiling, then it changes our whole chemistry system. Excuse me. So just try that right now. If you can call to mind an event or a reason why you can be smiling and celebratory and proud of yourself, great. If not, just act it right now and just put that into your smile and put that into your eyes. Just really ooze that smile and just allow it, and just allow for you to know that you're in charge of you. And think about, what can I do more of today so that I can have a celebratory day, so that I can feel good, even if we've got chores that we much prefer not to have. Okay, I'm going to choose to get through those chores in the best possible way. So just, what can you do more of today? We might be going through a tough time, and as human beings, so many people, and if we watch television and all the things out there, we can fall into the habits of being miserable. And a lot of people sadly are, and a lot of people have got lots of reasons why, but we're still in charge of our minds, and we want to break that prison. We want to break out of that cell, and we want to be smiling and happy and free, knowing, as both Robyn and June and Karen have said, safe. We are safe right now. And even if we're not, we want to feel safe. So, and feeling safe is an empowered state. So I want you to just think about, what can I do today? What can I do more of that's going to make me feel my best self? It could be, if you're working on the computer, it could be to go from this hunch position into the shoulders back, chin up, avoiding tech neck, because our heads are so heavy. It could just be as simple as that. Every hour, I'm just going to sit up and I'm just going to smile. And if you're in an office with lots of people, if you do that, it's going to make people curious. And if you make people curious, guess what? They're not thinking about their worries. So if they're having a down day and then they just see you do this and smile, their mind is going to break away from the grey of their world into, wonder what's going on there. And so even just doing that will have a ripple effect potentially on other people, because you'll make them curious. And when people are curious, have a try right now. Can you be curious and fed up? No, because it's how the mind works. So let's smile, let's celebrate ourselves, let's celebrate each other. And so let's do a little bit of tapping. Now, as Karen has shown us through the year, and thank you so much, Karen, for your tapping. Tapping can be used for all sorts of things, and we can also use it for getting into a celebratory, happy mood. Imagine if every day we aim to be in that mood. Might not be possible with the way life is, but we'll achieve it more than we won't achieve it. So let's just do it, a little bit of tapping on anything that might be troubling. So I just want you to focus, go from the top of your head down to your fingers and toes. Is there any tension? Is there any tension? And if there is, we're going to relax it and allow it to be smiling. Imagine your muscles are like young children, out playing, laughing and feeling joyous. So let's just tap. So even though I might have stuff on my mind, I might have a challenging day, I'm choosing to get through it the best possible way so that I can feel my best and enjoy what is possible. And I totally accept it is my choice and I'm in charge of my mind. So even though I may have things that are pulling me down, I totally accept there are things in life that may pull me down, but it's my choice to come up smiling and to deal with it in the best possible way. And I totally love and approve of me. And if I don't love me, maybe today is the day that I'll start loving me. Because what's the risk? What is the risk if I love me today? I can keep it quietly in my head. Nobody needs to know, but I can just love me and be proud of all that I've done to get me here today. And I totally accept that I can celebrate me. I'm human. I am not designed to be perfect. I have to make mistakes. It's the law of being human. And I totally accept that whilst I'm not perfect, I love me anyway. And I choose how to feel today. So even though I am who I am, I choose today to feel the anniversary of me, of Wellbeing Wednesday, of being connected, of knowing that Wellbeing Wednesday, the people of the PHA, value and care for my well-being. And I totally accept and embrace this reality. And I love and approve of me. It's my choice. I'm choosing to embrace all that I am. I'm choosing to love me. Maybe I'm choosing to value me and care for me like the PHA, like the Wellbeing Wednesday team care and value me, because they do. They wouldn't be doing this if they didn't care for me. So maybe I can care, maybe I can value me like they value me. What's the risk? I can keep it quietly in my head and just enjoy how that feels. Because what if I am valuable? What if I am important? So take a nice deep breath in and just breathe out and just connect with anything that might be going on in there, because it's your choice. You can actually choose to do and be thankful and grateful. And one of the wonderful things, gratitude, and this really is a gratitude morning, I have to say thanks to the wonderful Shell, who you may remember has taken us through some wonderful yoga poses. And I am fabulously grateful, especially for threading the needle, because she taught us threading the needle. And that threading the needle has stayed with me. And I've used it so many times. I actually love doing it. It feels like I'm playing. And it's also a challenge. So some days if my shoulders are a little bit and my spine is a little bit stiff, it's a real nice, it really is a stretch, and it really is a nice challenge. So I'd just like to say thank you so much, Shell, for all that you contributed, for coming here today. It's so wonderful to see you, and hopefully we'll see you again at a Wellbeing. But again, I hope you know how valued you are and how much we care for you. So thank you so much, Michelle, and thank you so much for joining us this morning. And we have another of our wonderful contributors, Helen, who, Helen, is your camera working? No, fabulous. So again, another fabulous contributor that we couldn't close today without saying hello and thank you to. So Helen, would you like to say a few words?
Hello. Would I like to say a few words? Hello, happy birthday, happy Wellbeing Wednesday. It's been absolutely amazing to learn so much from everyone. I can add very little to what people have said today. I suppose I'm just going to encourage everyone to honour themselves wherever you are in any given moment. Allow yourself to be that allow yourself to be your most magnificent, messy, crappy self, if that's what you are in any moment. Allow yourself to just honor everything that's going on for you, utilizing all the tools and techniques to bring you back to that sense of harmony. But in order to get to your place of harmony, you have to acknowledge where you are. So if you're feeling like poop, then you're feeling like poop. And just remember that the best roses grow from the best manure. Do you know what I mean? So there's nothing wrong with feeling like crap. Because I suppose I'm saying that because I feel like it quite a lot. And no, I don't feel like crap like quite a lot, but I just allow myself to feel crap when I feel crap, to utilize those times when you're not how you want to be, or how you would, you know, how you, the vision you have of yourself isn't quite, you're not quite that, but just honoring what it is that you, what the message is in whatever it is that's going on for you, and to allow yourself to be that, because we are human. We are, although you know, the more I learn about different things, I'm not sure I'd like to call myself human anymore, but I'm not really sure what to call myself. But I am a member of this most glorious planet. I am part on this planet. Okay, I am part of what the species, part of the planet, and that connection. I've heard grounding mentioned, and I'm a real advocate of grounding. Get yourself out into connecting with the earth. It does feed you. There's a beautiful movie documentary thing called The Earthing Movie on YouTube. You can watch it for nothing, and it will sort of, I'm sure it will kickstart your engagement, because there's science in there as well, you know, like what the actual earthing does. So yes, earth. Karen and Maureen have shown us the power of tapping, to alter, and to also within that there's the acknowledgement of where I am right now. Even though I am in this place, this is where I am, and that's fine. So my biggest thing on this celebratory day is about your relationship with you. Honor, love, cherish, and be extremely grateful for absolutely every aspect and molecule of your being. I do believe that we are perfect, because if I'm not the perfect Helen, show me the one that you are comparing me to, because I haven't found her yet. So that means that I'm the perfect Helen in any given moment, because I am the only Helen. Just are you. You are the only you that has ever existed, ever will exist, no matter how many dimensions and realms or whatever you believe we are on. There is only one you. There will only be one you, and you are perfect in all of your messy, shitty gloriousness. You are perfect. Honor that, no matter where you find yourself, and celebrate it. You see, when you're down and you got them snotty tears and everything's aching, and you're just like, wow, go, yes, I nearly swore. I'm getting very good at not swearing. Yes, I am feeling like this, and I don't like feeling like this. But I'm grateful that I can. So many people can't express themselves in that way. So anything that you're feeling, anything that you're doing, celebrate the perfectness that is you. Utilize it all to explore your relationship with yourself and how you are in this, within everything else, because it's all about your relationship with you. And you see, once you accept you, once you love you, the vibration emanates out and the world becomes more glorious because of you. So thank you, Wellbeing Wednesday, for everything you've taught me. Thank you to everybody that comes across my path. Some of you have challenged me. Some of you continue to challenge me, but that just shows me areas of myself that I need to heal, love, harmonize, embrace, and accept. So I'm grateful to those that make me feel like I want to hit them with a wet salmon. I'm grateful to those who feel like I'm amazing and can do anything. I'm grateful for those I have been ignored in my life, and that's a hard one to be grateful for. But when you are ignored, and I mean truly ignored, it's quite a phenomenal experience. When you are ignored, thank you, because that makes me have to not ignore myself and honor myself. So just thank you, and remember, you're awesome. Gratitude, earthing, a relationship with yourself. Just celebrate all that you are and everything that you're offered and everything that you give. So thank you, People's Health Alliance. Thank you, Maureen, Robyn, June, Karen, Shell. What was that lady's name from South Africa who done the shawl thing, which was beautiful?
Caroline?
No, Caroline did meditations in the beginning. There's a beautiful woman from South Africa who did the shawl thing. Harry, Gar, we've had other men as well. I can't remember you all, but thank you to you all.
Wendy, we had Wendy.
Wendy, that's the lady with the South African with the shawl thing. So yeah, thank you to everybody, every man, woman and child that has crossed my path, and celebrate the beauty of you.
Fabulous. And how can we ever ignore you? How can you be ignored? That seems like an impossibility.
Yeah, so I thought it was too, Maureen, but somebody managed to. I thought, somebody managed to do it, and for a couple of years actually, it was quite an experience.
Yeah, and the thing is about humanity, a lot of people do have issues. God bless them. So thank you so much, Helen. And again, know that you're totally valued by PHA and the Wellbeing team. So. And also, one person we've not mentioned yet, and she can't be here today, is the fabulous, wonderful Kerry. Fabulous, wonderful Kerry. Wellbeing Wednesday kind of is her baby, and she has worked so hard, and she works so hard behind the scenes. And so in tribute to Kerry, what I'd like us all to do is we're going to just a very quick little movement, because she is fantastic at getting us moving. I'd like you to, oops, my phone was actually on silent. I'd like you to just stand up, and we're just going to do a little tribute to Kerry. So all I want you to do is just a tiny little jog for 30 seconds.
Oh my God.
Tiny little, so you don't even have to take your feet off the floor, just as though you're having a little jog, and have your arms in the air to celebrate. Happy birthday, Wellbeing Wednesday. Woo! Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Celebrations to everyone. And just take a big deep breath in and breathe out and sit down, and to finish on a song. It's a quick little song, which I think you may know. So join in if you do. And it's a song that we can use anytime as a great distraction to the mind. And if it's an instruction to ourselves, it might be an incredibly powerful instruction. And it goes like this. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is happy.
Every little
cell in my body is well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well. Happy Wellbeing Wednesday. Thank you, everybody. And also thank you, Petter, for asking the question. Are these recordings available to watch afterwards? Yes. Go check out on Rumble and also on YouTube, the People's Health Alliance podcast. There is so much valuable learning there. You can go and stop and pause, so you can do the exercises, you can make it fit your time. There is a wealth of learning. And so thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, for watching the videos, for commenting, to give us feedback. Feedback is always lovely to hear how it's helped people in whatever which way. So thank you. Know that we are totally doing this for you. You are valued. You are important to us. We care about your well-being. So happy anniversary. Happy Wellbeing Wednesday. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.